right, I think we're good. Let's see.
Yep. Okay.
Now you can. Hello, Shane is here. Hello, Shane.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well. How are you and Monica doing?
We're doing very well. We're doing very well. You know, it's
Keeping yourself busy?
Yes. I'm keeping myself very busy. Very busy. But how about you? What's going on?
Doing good. Trying to stay productive. You know, getting work done that probably should have been done years ago. Now I have the free time. So it's been an interesting trip. But then again, everyone is going through the same thing. So
yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to say hello to everybody joining.
Yeah, say hello to everybody. Can everybody hear Shane well enough?
1, 2, check. This is Shane.
Yeah. All right, I'm just doing some last minute touches up here.
So it looks as though we're going to be watching Beauty and the Beast, the live action version. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're gonna be watching. Okay, so everybody knows this movie has a very close place in my heart. Hey, Mermaid Girl, Renee is here. Beautiful Toy Reviews is here. We hear Shane just fine. Thank you. We had so much. I'm always having problems with that. I don't know why. You know, it should be easy. It should be easy, but we hear you good, Shane.
That's good.
You have a mouse growing out of your head.
I know. I was trying not to make Mickey look evil. A little sinister. I know.
We're gonna watch Hello Satakina. I know I'm butchering names so badly, but thank you so much for showing up. This is gonna be very fun. If you could do me a favor and shout this live stream out, we're gonna wait a couple minutes, get more people in here, get the emails. Sorry, I missed the last live stream, Eric. I didn't know. Oh, Beautiful Toy Reviews. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't even know what is going on. And I think is like when we hit like 5 o'clock Pacific time, like I'm always like, I know like our international audience is not going to really be able to see us because they're probably sleeping. So, but I figure it's like might as well just do it. Kind of like a nighttime movie. You know what I mean? Kind of like a nighttime little movie. Shane.
Pajama party.
Yeah.
Are you wearing your pajamas?
Well, I'm wearing this right here. You see this?
All right. That's very nostalgic. The image.
Yeah.
Huh? I think we saw it.
I wasn't sure if you saw enough of my physique. You remember me, Sharon, from 2017? Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm wearing this shirt. You know what? I think. Who got me this? I think it was a family gift. I think. We're watching the live action Emma Watson. So listen. Okay, I got my gummy bears. I don't know about you, but I got my gummy bears set up right here. What do you got?
I got some coffee.
Oh yeah.
With the This was actually a gift from you and Monica.
Yes, it was.
Cast member mug.
It was. We are going to be watching Ireland. We've got Epster in Ireland. We're Irish, kind of. What is that? Half?
I mean, that's what they say. Yeah, it's about 50%.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, these are good. How many people love? What was it? Haribo?
That's a German product, is it not?
I don't know, but they're so good. They are really good. Okay. So I have arrived. Brian's whole live stream. I have arrived after. Brian has a live stream too. Everybody's doing live streams. You really can't do much more now.
Yeah, I've been trying to do as many as I can. Just even if it's just sitting and chatting, it's great to catch up with the fans and see how everyone's doing.
How many of you like this movie? Like really, like in a live stream right now, how many people like really love this movie? How about you, Shane?
I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
Mm-hmm.
I think we stand together in that we're a bit religious when it comes to, the second golden age of Disney films, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, so on. So, yeah, I mean, the animation will always stand on its own, but, it's one of those remakes, live action remakes that I can watch and enjoy, and I think they did it well. But I've only seen it once. That is the truth.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know you've seen it more. I saw it in the theater, and that's it.
Wow. Wow, really? I'm actually really shocked by that. I'm wearing my Kristoff shirt. It just ended. He was playing Animal Crossing. Oh, Animal Crossing. You know what? Now after Brizzy Voices, now Brian plays it too. Oh. See, I don't know about that. I don't know. It seems like everybody's playing that, right? That game. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite movie. Bobcat, which one? The remake, the live action, or?
Hello, Laura. How you doing?
Hi, Laura. How you doing? All right. So I'm not sure how many of you have. I thought Beauty and the Beast was on Disney Plus, the live action, and it's not. Unfortunately,
it's not.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was, but if you own it, watch with us. Okay. Do you own it, right, Shane? I hope so.
I do own it.
Otherwise,
trouble.
that would be hard.
I'd be commenting on your reactions.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna pull up my trusty iPad here, and let's see what we got. We're just gonna have a nice relaxed time. Really, this is gonna be like really relaxed. You know what I mean?
Relaxed? Yeah, I can do that. Just
relaxed.
Relaxed. We're still good.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Okay, Beauty. I feel like being like in this quarantine literally makes me like I'm losing like the easy things of like doing like, simple things.
Dexterity.
Like I can't even like. I'm sitting here on the iPad. I'm like, okay, now let's open up Beauty and the Beast, and I can't even figure out how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that weird? Is that you too?
I think when you're this cabin fever thing, I think your brain kind of goes into autopilot, and in many cases slows down.
Oh, it might be on Netflix. Kelly says.
That might be true because I think that's why it's not on.
I'm gonna check for Kelly real quick.
Yeah, I think that's why it's not on Disney Plus yet because of contract reasons. Same thing with Maleficent.
I love the Beauty and the Beast series with Ron Perlman, but I hate how the series ended. Oh, that was. Ooh, I remember that. Wow.
I remember it. I don't remember any part of it though. The episodes.
I swear, nothing's working on my end. Netflix is not loading. I'll get it. I want to make sure. Okay. I'm probably using a lot of bandwidth here.
I'm checking.
Yeah, you check.
Ew.
Renee says I'm designing my wedding dress like Belle's ball gown for the live action version, but I can't wait. You got to Yeah, let me know if it's available there, Shane, so we can let you guys know. I have it.
It does not appear to be on Netflix.
Oh,
but
really?
I'm sure that means it's on some other platform.
Or maybe it's in between.
That could be.
Yeah. Well, that smells. That really smells. But we will talk about it. We'll talk about it as we go along. And then if if you're watching this on the playback, of course, if you're watching this later on, whenever down in the future, you can sync it up when we start it, and you can watch it. So yeah, that's good. So yes, I don't know if it's on Hulu or Vudu, maybe. That's such a strange thing. It is a very strange thing. I don't even have my phone here.
Yeah, if anyone finds it.
Yeah, if anybody finds it, let's wait. Let's wait a little bit. Let's wait a little bit and see if someone could find it someplace else. I have it again. I own it. I want to go real quick and get my phone. I think I left it in the living room, so I'll be back.
Okay. Well, he's gone. Whenever I watch a film, whenever I watch television, this is the optimal time for me to burn a candle. I think you should do the same. If you have any candles laying around at home, grab one now. I've picked out a special one that's near and dear to my heart. I'm sorry, Eric, I'm doing the candle thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to light a candle for the film. We've got Sicilian Lemon. This by Yankee Candle.
Sicilian Lemon.
Brilliant, fresh lemons out in the grove on a sunny day. You know what? Why use a match? And you can use a torch. That's right.
This wasn't planned. Oh, it's on Vudu. Kelly says it's on Vudu.
It's on Vudu. So let's remember to remind folks who join in later.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have to kind of match it up haphazardly, but they'll make it work. And by the way, Kelly, I want to thank you again. While I had the 24-hour, kind of like the 24-hour Disneyland channel up over Easter weekend, she did do a super chat, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, okay, let's do this. Are you ready, Shane?
I'm ready.
Yeah, we need to talk about Tangled. We do. We're gonna keep doing these just because I enjoy doing them, and it kind of breaks up the day for me. I enjoy seeing all of you, and it says resume. I don't want to resume. I want to start from the beginning. Okay, so I will get this all prepared now. If you watched the previous live stream commentary where we did Frozen 2, I'm not monetizing this video, so there's no ads or anything like that because of copyright material. So it is free from ads. I will occasionally put the music on just so you can hear some things, but I can't have it on the whole time, so we'll talk about it. And if you're watching it at home, then you see exactly what we're seeing. So I miss hanging out with you, beautiful toy reviews. Come on now, all the beautiful love. Kelly, do you have it all set up? I want to make sure Kelly has it all set up. I gotta tweet this out, and I gotta tweet this, shouldn't I? I should tweet this now that we're live.
Tweet it out.
Tweet it out.
I'm watching the playback, and I look so sad.
Sometimes, you can come off that way, but it's not. I'm joking.
And you're like sitting with so much light on you.
Me?
I have like nighttime light.
I think you're brighter than I am. I have like this blue light back here.
Oh, yeah, you got the multi-camera angles.
Yeah. I got Ray and I got back girl. Okay, so we are live now, and I'm gonna tweet this out.
Tweet it out.
And it is out and about. I love Frozen 2. It was such an amazing sequel. Not better than the first. They are both equally good. Oh, Kelly's
Eric
out.
and I have not discussed Frozen 2 yet.
Yeah.
Isn't that true? We have not. Or maybe we did. I don't know. Not in depth.
Not in depth. Kelly's at work. Well, okay. All right, here we go. I am about to push play, everybody. Get your, if you're watching this at home, if you're watching this later in the playback, Get your movie set, get your popcorn set, get your gummy bears set. We are going to start this 2-hour and 10-minute movie. Woo! It's going to be a long...
Make sure you count down from 3, and we go on 1.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I see the clouds.
Little chimes.
And now we're seeing the clouds. Okay, now we're seeing the castle. We're seeing fireworks.
Fireworks. Okay, so we're in sync.
We're in sync. And then I'll tell you when I see the Disney logo pop up. You got Tink. And there it is. Okay.
Wow, we're exactly.
Okay, so there we go. We are set up.
I'm excited about this, but I am.
Ooh, now see, here we go. I'm going to put this on brightness here. Very, very bright.
So that music, I know you probably can't hear it, but I remember when we first saw the original animation.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I can't remember how many times, like days consecutively, we saw this in the theater.
You?
Me and you.
Oh, really? The animated one.
The animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this opening? Like as a big change?
Well, I mean, I've seen it once. It's
I keep on forgetting. I saw it so many times. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you only saw it once.
No, but I mean, I enjoy it. I just, I think about the original and how the impact, and not even that, but the Broadway musical, how perfect way to set the stage, the music and the narration.
Right off the bat, you get all the costumes. I mean, it's like not even like, remember in the animated movie you see all the stained glass windows.
Yeah.
And like this, you're like, bam! Now we're gonna overload you with the best costumes, and ever. This reminds me so much of Phantom of the Opera. It's crazy.
The masquerade sequence.
Yeah. Renee says she'll. Great, Renee. Renee's watching with us. Fantastic. So here we go. I mean, I gotta say, it does look beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think what is important to know, I mean, they really had to develop the prince's character more for this film.
But do you think he was?
The original is quite short.
Do you think
we know very little about him?
He's more like he's too much of a jerk here. Like, I mean, we were told he was a jerk, but seeing like with our own eyes that he's a jerk, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it's hard to kind of like, and the thing is, it's like this being a fairy tale. I mean, you have to make exceptions. You know what I mean? I mean, this is not, we're not talking about a documentary here. So there's a lot of things here that could be discussed, like, well, because he was kicking this peasant out, this is what caused everything, right? And in the animated movie, you're told that, but it doesn't seem as drastic for some reason. But like now, but you see this, and it's like, wait a second. I mean, he's a bad guy. I mean, I wouldn't even say he's bad. He's a jerk, right?
Well, did they go into that later on in the film? I'm trying to remember.
Well, they go into his backstory.
Why he's like justified.
Why he's a jerk?
This tragedy had to fall upon the castle.
I know. The live action is coming out on Disney Plus in October. Beautiful Toy Review said.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder if there was any inspiration taken from the Broadway musical, including the music. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
If any of the songs
I don't
from
know,
the
but
Broadway musical?
I feel like it's Andrew Lloyd Webber so much.
Yeah.
Family Opera.
I think the whole film always... they had to have Beauty and the Beast.
And here we go.
Phantom of the Opera in mind.
There we go, buddy.
Yes.
Are you in the same area I am? Just about?
Yeah, can I...
I made a little mistake. I kind of like stopped it real quick by second on my iPad, but here we go, man. All right, listen.
A lot to live up to in this moment. But look at the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love we're seeing the best, like a great set, and she's like, look at the wardrobe.
You know, I think since as a child, just to see like it'd been so cool to see as a kid, like Belle, how the clothes would actually look in real life.
Do you think it lives up to it?
I think if this film lives up to anything to the original, it's that peasant dress. I think the wardrobes in general, across the board.
Yeah.
What was your impression when you first heard that Emma Watson was going to play Belle?
I loved it. I loved it.
And
I loved it. And I'll tell you, Kelly. I mean, Monica, who will probably pop in. I'm just guessing. Like, she's not a big fan of Emma Watson, and there's I have a lot of friends who I talk to, who said, like, I mean, what has she has she done to prove that she could play Belle? Like, you know what I mean? And she can't, she has no singing background. That never, and honestly, and if you watch my video of seeing the costumes, the one that went pretty big, you could see how excited I am. I was really excited. And I saw the costumes and I couldn't believe it. I mean, if I had any problem with any of the costumes, and it's not even a problem, it's more of like, I wish I saw like 3 different versions and I could pick my best. It would be the ball gown. I think it's good. I just wish I saw. I wanted to see like options, because I wanted to see what else they could have come up with. Someone pointed out to me here in the library, the town's library. There's literally 4 books. There's literally 4 books here.
That had to be a choice for some reason.
Look at that though. It's like a little shelf.
I know. I mean, I guess because in the original, the whole idea is that she's read every book.
Yeah, but like.
But
what was it? Why is that?
67.
Was that like the prop department was sick that day?
And it can't be a deleted moment, because it would have put the whole sequence out of sync.
Yeah. And if you notice, there's a huge cross in there, which is like, you don't see a lot of that in Disney movies. Like, they bring the religious stuff into it, but there was a massive cross, crucifix.
Now I have in my mind, a perfect replica of that necklace that she's wearing. And that's going to kind of coincide with what I'm going to say next. If anyone has any information, I mean, I know that's not a real book she's reading.
Kelly says,
like, if there is a screenshot that gives you any kind of clue, it'd be so cool, because I love making props and replicas, and I would love to have that book on the shelf.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody knows that, believe me, I think Beautiful Toy Reviews would probably know that. And thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Bobcat.
Thank you,
Bobcat. Thank you so much. Especially, I'm not asking that out of anybody. We're just doing this. We're hanging out here. That's what we're doing, and I appreciate it very much. The animation is my favorite. The live action was great, but I prefer the first. Stay safe. Absolutely.
Now,
okay.
This duo, the Don and LeFou. What? I mean, we might as well be honest. I think
I'll be honest.
I mean, Josh Gad was never a favorite of yours, right?
No.
You're like the one person on Earth that doesn't find him funny. I think he's hilarious.
I don't find him funny. I mean, he's not. I mean, I think it's a taste thing. I'll be truthful. Like, I don't really have a problem with him in this part. Like, I don't. I think he does a good job. It's more of like, if you're talking about, does he make you laugh in like as Olaf and stuff like that? Not so much. But how about Gaston? What's his name? I can't even remember. Oh, Monica would know. She loves him.
Yeah, I'm horrible.
Oh, what's his name? What? Oh, come on, Kelly. You know it. Kelly says, I think that's a line when Belle is washing her clothes and teaching the child to read. The town folk get upset with her.
Um, yeah. I think
Is that
the
your?
issue.
Is that your?
What
Oh, I just
I
heard.
think.
Oh, Luke
Yeah, I
Evans.
don't.
Luke Evans. That's it. That's his
Oh,
name.
okay. I think I never had an issue with Emma Watson playing Belle. I think the reason why it was just challenging the choice, no matter who it was because Belle is really. Oh, that's great.
That's why I let people know where we're at.
Just a couple seconds.
That's okay.
ahead. But
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think Belle was just kind of nasty. She's not. Watching it all these years later, the animation. She's a little bit. She's a little bit nasty at times.
She is
Insensitive, and a little bit irresponsible. So I think finding a person who could portray Belle in a way where you're still having this flawed person in the beginning of the movie who's got to redeem herself, right? But without the audience getting mad that they're destroying this beloved character that they grew up with. It's really, I would imagine that's the case with all the live-action Disney movies, is that you have to love the character from the very beginning.
Did you see Aladdin?
I did, when Disney Plus came out.
Bye, Rianne. Thank you so much for joining. It's very late there. Oh, you did? You did see Aladdin?
I did.
All right, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this very, like, right off the top, after the Belle song, we get another song, which is very, like, it's unusual. It's like, it's just, I'm so glad that we have it because I really enjoyed this song very much. But we're so, like, right off the bat, we're like, okay, we're going to get you some of Belle's mom's background. We're going to get some, I mean, he looks at the painting with Belle and her mom. He's actually making a what is it, a clock or a toy, or he's looking at drawings. I mean, it's very.
Yeah, I mean, you're substituting the buffoon of her father in the animation with someone who's obviously very.
Oh yeah.
You have a lot of sympathy for.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And because I mean, again, because they have to expand on the story, they have to really develop on that struggle that Belle has losing her mother, which they don't even mention.
But I think they honestly, I think they could have done it a little bit more. I do like the windmill sequence later on in the picture, but that seems like almost like an afterthought a little bit. Like, well, if the Beast can transport anywhere in the world with the book, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of get. The story gets a little. It's kind of like Avengers, right? When they go when they go time traveling, then it kind of screws up the rest of the story because if that's the case, then why is he in the castle?
Right.
I mean, like he's not really locked up in the castle if he can transport. Unless I'm forgetting something. Thank you, $5 from Beautiful Toy Reviews. Thank you so much, $5.
Thank you, Beautiful Toy Reviews.
Beautiful Toy Reviews. Super chat. That's right.
I'm trying to remember names here.
I know I'm bad with names, right?
I'm just really bad.
She looks. Yeah. I don't understand. I've talked to so many people who are diehard Disney fans, and one of them. And it's like they just can't even get through this movie because of her, and I just don't get it, because I'm looking at this picture right now with her talking to her father, and yes, I could have had 10 other names on a list that could have played Belle, and I would love to see them in the costume, and I think they would have done a great job. I even said the girl who I haven't seen her in a long time, but who played in the Family Opera, the Joel Schumacher, I think she can sing. She has those big brown eyes. It's just like she looks like Belle without any work whatsoever. And she can sing like crazy. I would love to see her play Belle. But I think Emma Watson's okay. I mean, I think she's good. I mean, I got no complaints at all. And I just think she's fun to watch. I like watching her. Some actors, actresses, you enjoy watching. It doesn't have to make that much sense. She's appealing. She has screen appeal. Obviously, she's a movie star. Other people, she wouldn't be a movie star if people didn't agree, right?
Well, I think it's also probably too the challenge of people putting Hermione aside and trying to suspend their imagination.
So here we get a little bit of her being the inventor.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's but you can see where people would, this is what happens when you're retelling a story, is that constantly they're chiseling and carving out this whole new character. I mean, she's Emma Watson as Belle. She's responsible. She's thrifty and very wise for her age. Where in the animation, a little bit, she's aloof and she's not really in touch with reality. She's got her head stuck in a book, right? She's living life as if it was a fairy tale. I think that's a good message that Belle always had, but this is obviously, it's a different approach. It's more about responsibility and doing the right thing.
And the thing is, like, with this as well, it's kind of like her laundry gets destroyed because she's teaching a girl how to read. I get it, I mean, I understand what they're trying to say, but it seems so harsh. It just seems like, again, in the animated movie, it doesn't happen in the animated movie, but I think it wouldn't feel as harsh because it's animated, but this feels like, man, what are wrong with these people? And okay, I mean, give her a slap in the hand, like, don't do that again, but destroy her laundry.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of the opening, the small provincial town in the animation, I mean, anyone would want to live there.
Yeah.
Everyone is so friendly. It's like this peaceful thing, where this kind of sets it up as a community that's definitely got some.
Yeah. This part always seemed like a little strange, right? Like when Gaston tries to stop her from going in the house, it almost seems like, for instance, watch this for a second, Shane. So like he tries to get in, right? She goes around him. She should have just pushed him or punched him in the face. I would have loved that. But like, look what happens here. He comes into the gate. It feels like it's staged weirdly. Let me see. Like when he leaves.
They just crossed the line there.
Yeah.
I
and then Agatha. We're introduced to Agatha, who you totally forget later on in the movie.
And I do want to mention the wardrobe change already.
Uh-huh.
She's wearing that awesome coat.
And then, okay, so Gaston is locked. But then, like, this happens. Like, he exits. He looks around because I think he may be embarrassed. But I didn't get that look. But then, look, he falls into a puddle. Or I don't understand this. Like, in the animated movie, it was funny. See, like, right there. Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't have the impact, like, at the animated movie, right? Like... He just hit.
Yeah,
he hits a puddle. I don't know. It always seems a little strange. But I love this right here. I love this. Emma Watson killed this.
Yeah.
I hear your audio a little bit.
I'm trying not to.
Beautiful
the
Turk
headphones. I can't, for whatever reason, I can't adjust the volume of the headphones.
Gaston needs to get
so
socked.
This scene or this shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gorgeous and it's perfect and it's got the callbacks, the sound of music. I love it, but I just need to see her run.
And I love.
Again, I'm always gonna be being a little bit picky here towards the beginning. I think once you get into the heart of the film, I can let that go. But that's such a big moment in the animation where she just has to break free. And we just see her kind of walk up the hill with 5 steps.
Renee says...
I'm not going to be picky.
Nicole says, I would love to see you guys do a commentary for Aladdin. Maybe that'll be next. It has to be readily available, though. We got to make sure it's readily available.
Well, that is on Disney+.
It is? Okay, so maybe we'll do Aladdin.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about there.
Maybe we should have chosen.
Yeah, so... You gotta. Renee says you gotta think back to the. Yeah, absolutely. When back then, when women were only meant to be housewives and bear children, they didn't. Absolutely. I mean, I get that. I just feel, you know what? You're right. I think you're right. It's just so shocking that they would do that for that reason. So here we get our first.
And this is always my favorite stuff of the so-called Black Forest.
Mm-hmm.
I love these scenes. I was actually talking to a fan of when I was up at Yankee Candle Village, a big fan of Beauty and the Beast, and they were talking about a candle that was called Haunted Hayride, and they smelled the candle and they immediately brought up this scene only in the animation. Well, she didn't specifically say the animation, but she said when Belle's father gets lost in the forest. And to me, I just think that's perfect. Like how, it's a testament to the impact of that, or, those moments of being in the dark forest. That it's scary, but we love it, right? We want to be there. We want to set up a tent.
Definitely get some
Especially
sleep.
with the snow.
Get some sleep. 2:46 a.m. Get to sleep. You gotta wake up at 7. We'll be here tomorrow. Come back and watch the playback.
This will be available on Blu-ray, right? They'll add this commentary.
So your problems with the animated version was that you never understood. We never really got the idea of how far the castle was away from Belle's village. And do you get is that fixed here for you?
No. I mean, I think it highlights... The original animation has a lot of unanswered questions, but it's okay because it's wrapped in the package of a fairy tale. Not that this isn't. But yeah, I mean, I think as a child, I always assumed the castle was in a completely different dimension. Almost like getting lost in the woods was like a time warp. And was, the father was like sent back to this made-up time or into this land of fantasy. So I remember in the original, when they're kind of going back and forth to the castle, it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. How could this castle have not been discovered? It's just down the road, less than 12 hours away. But
so we get our first glimpse of the castle here. Maurice is entering the castle. He this is after the wolves. So a lot of things here. It's what I think what is a little confusing here is that, again, I think with the animated movie it doesn't happen in the animated movie. I don't think, but he goes in and he eventually goes into the dining room and starts to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's kind of like, I mean, did he think that was for him?
Well,
I just feel
funny because that's kind of like I guess I never thought of that, but that's very much like Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
But he's invited to dinner in Bram Stoker's, is it not? But he's not invited to eat here. He just kind of like walks into a castle, walks into a room, and starts eating, and he gets happy. He's like, "Oh, this is great." But
I think the animated character, was goofy enough where...
Did he do that in the anime? I can't even remember off the top of my head if he did it or not. Did he just like eat stuff on the table when he first arrived? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Horrible because my memory is fading on the original.
It is. No. It's the truth. Like this whole being locked up in the house, man. It's taken a toll on memory, on days. Must be from the old draft of the movie. Christian said.
That would be interesting. That because the original animation had so many revisions.
Mm.
I
I
wonder
see.
if they...
Renee says no, it wasn't. Okay. Oh, gummy bears make you want to have gummy worms now. Yeah, these... Michelle, come on. These are the best.
Snacks.
Go get some snacks. If you need to take a break, go get some snacks.
No.
So here he goes. He sits down and eats. There's a whole meal here. There's what? Chicken, turkey. There's all kinds of stuff. And then Chip comes. And like that, Chip doesn't scare him enough, I don't think. Kevin Kline's good though. Kevin Kline is
like
good.
I'm picking. Like,
I know.
Off, but if he injured his head out in the woods,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
maybe he could justify why some of these things are happening.
There you go, guys. There you go. Like that's how. I mean, you're rewriting it better. I mean, like if he fell off. What's the horse's name? I can't remember. Jeez, what is wrong with me? Who the first person who gets the horse's name I get to eat a gummy bear. I can't remember. But if he fell off the horse and hit his head, and like maybe some things were like a little bit like fuzzy, that would make complete sense.
Yeah, because the animated character was, borderline insane anyway, right? Or at least that's people, made fun of how many marbles he had in his head.
Kevin Kline.
But I mean, he was just in a
Philip.
dramatic situation.
Philip. And now he's picking a flower.
Philippe.
Oh, Philippe. What did I say? What I say? Philip.
Okay.
Christian says, the one I mentioned was mentioned in an episode of Yesterworld Entertainment about the top 5 Disney movies with the earlier drafts. Ooh. So now we have a beautiful... Philippe is going back to Belle in a beautiful landscape shot. What's Belle doing there? Gardening? Look at that! Look at that dress.
Oh, you're really ahead of me. Oh, so she wardrobe change. I'm gonna be doing.
Look at that though! I forgot about that. I forgot about that coat.
She's got the boots.
That's a cool coat. I honestly forgot about that coat.
She's got 2 coats, and then we'll see soon the kind of the corset or halter top, whatever you call that, changes to the cherry blossoms. But yeah, she seems to know where she's going.
No, Philippe does. Philippe does.
So the idea.
She's there already. She is there already.
Yes, but see, but that shot just told us something, right?
Yes.
It was a beautiful sunny day.
Yes.
Right. It was snowing last night when the father came. Maybe it just got cold. But as soon as she went far enough into the forest,
well, you saw
it got dead. It got cold. In the shot,
but
the aerial shot.
Yes.
You see the dead, or you see the lively forest,
mm-hmm.
and then you see the hard line where it goes to dead.
Yeah.
So there is a magical spell around this castle. So maybe there is a way where, if the patrons of the town travel, there's a protective bubble, and maybe they can, the castle can protect itself, so they can't discover it.
Mm-hmm.
But that means something is allowing Belle's father, Belle, to enter the castle. Because really, that
kind of breaks the idea.
Maybe a 10-minute journey.
Yeah.
Maybe. And they don't know any history.
And the thing is, it wouldn't have.
Castle.
I mean, you could have really had a lot of beautiful landscape shots of her traveling, and like with the score building up that suspense, which we didn't get in the animated movie. I don't know why they couldn't have done that. They could have expanded on that.
It does seem it's very fast paced.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of plot points to get to that are new in the live action.
Yeah, this castle,
I don't think they wanted to spend too much time retelling the old tale. But
True.
I think arguably the film would have. It could have used a little bit more time.
Yeah.
To immerse yourself into.
Yeah.
This world.
That little.
It feels like faster paced than the animation.
That catacombs where she's going up the steps reminds me of the castle where we shot our Fairy Tale After All.
Yeah.
So so this is what you could do. Shane owns like a replica costume of Belle's village dress. So you got to get a cape and a staff. Well, I guess I don't know if it's what is it? A stick or?
It's a walking stick.
So where are you right now on the video, Shane? Because you're watching it with everybody else. What's happening right now?
I'm right by my window.
Like in the video.
I'm in my studio.
No. What part of the video are you at?
Okay, so single on Emma right now. Beast jumps.
Did she say come into the light yet?
Uh,
Tell me when she grabs Lumiere.
okay.
She just did?
No. How did this happen? She grabbed him right there.
Okay. It was me. It was on my end. I got my iPad and I clicked it and paused it by accident.
So let's talk about. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Beast, like the. Talking about like jumping right in. We had a few glimpses of who the Beast was with the father, but
my thing is I just feel
the veil has just been pulled completely.
Yeah, this is the hard part for me because like I think. By the way, let me remember that thought though. Have you seen Cinderella recently, the live action? Recently?
Not recently. No.
That's grown on me a lot. That one and this, I'm pretty fond of. As I enjoy them. But so everybody keep that in mind when we talk. We like these movies. That's why we're watching them. But something I really do believe, and I told everyone this when I first saw it. Like the Beast, I almost feel like it's on its second draft or third draft. Like it's not complete yet. The Beast,
or it's the computer graphics.
Yeah, and very few times do I go, okay, that's good. But I going back to what you're saying as far as like, I think they could have held out a little bit with the suspense of seeing him. I mean, why not? I mean, we know he's coming, so I mean, it's not like even if they did like a more shadowing here, like behind the gate, like we didn't have to see his whole face. Plus, it would be less CGI.
Yeah.
So you're seeing this for the second time now. Like, when you see that Beast, what are you thinking?
I think what is hard is that during the prologue we are introduced to the prince, where in the original we see stained glass windows, a caricature of who the prince was. So is there, I think the question is there any discrepancies between who we met as the prince in the beginning versus the Beast? And I feel like there could be. I think the movie would be best served if we only really knew the Beast and not the prince. Because knowing the prince, kind of like the prince in Cinderella, he's not a developed character at all. And what's so beautiful about Cinderella, the animation, is that he's like a generic looking guy, and even the camera, or not the camera, but the animation's always giving Cinderella and the prince privacy. The camera's always far away. Because I think what you're supposed to do is, whether you're man or woman, whatever, you're supposed to be relating. You're supposed to relate to not the Beast, but the prince. You want to feel that feeling at the end, right? Not spoiler alert, but when he's transformed back into the prince, this is you. This is you feel like you're putting yourself into the Beast's shoes. Maybe I'm going.
No, I agree.
Deep into it.
Renee says, I kind of think that the fairy that cast a spell, I think she guided Maurice to the castle. So it leads Belle to the Beast.
Again, this is my second viewing. I think I would agree with that.
Wait, so
far.
So the fairy in the beginning?
The fairy, or the enchantress, or whatever we want to call her, she had a plan. She transformed the Beast, she transformed the castle, but she's also kind of the puppet master and fixing this problem that the prince has. So she's kind of writing a tale.
I never thought that.
She allows Belle into this world that nobody else can get into, so that she can change the prince, show him right from wrong.
That's really good. I wish they gave you a little bit more hints of that.
Well, I think they try at the end of the film, but when I first saw it, I still had a lot of questions. And maybe that's not a bad thing. You know, it's better in some cases, I think, to under-explain than to draw it out.
If you could have any props, so look, you know what? I can't believe I forgot her coat that she's wearing right now. That coat is beautiful.
So the top does change. Again, I don't want people to think I am a creep. You were just about to say what would I want from the film? Props, replicas. To me, I just love screen wardrobes. They're not just screen. I mean, even Broadway. You know, like to have like, you know, Christine's or the Phantom's wardrobe from on Broadway, you know, like to have the outfit on display. To me, I don't know. I think it's cooler than a prop or a replica. Do you feel the same way? I think you do a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually
thinking. Strange.
No, I was thinking. I'm always thinking about like what I could have. Like what kind of costume I could get like on a mannequin bust and like have it somewhere.
Right.
Like I'm always thinking about that. But you know, like I love costumes.
But what was great about her wardrobe is finally it's something real. It's not an interpretation. So I could actually hunt down the individual pieces of the wardrobe to construct like a full piece.
Do you think there's any humor with Emma's performance? Like obviously like here there's a little some humor going on.
You know,
like do you think?
Almost wish.
Go ahead.
I mean, you know, we're talking, so I don't want to feel like I'm missing anything. But you know, I think again that opening scene. We're told a lot about Belle through other people's eyes, not her own. And I think if we saw her side and how she felt, her side of the story, we would be a little bit more comfortable with her at this moment in the film. But I still feel like she's kind of this closed case, you know, a shell that needs to be cracked or not needs to be cracked. We don't really know who she is yet.
Kelly says, could knowing the prince in the beginning intensify his true change of heart at the end though? I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Do you understand that?
I think so. I mean that would change a lot of things.
Well, I'm trying to read that again.
So if Belle was familiar with the prince before all of this had occurred, of who the prince was.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's.
Yeah, because like nobody knows who he is, right? Which kind of makes not much sense either, right? I mean, don't people work there? All these people that work at the castle.
I'm convinced that the castle doesn't exist in the same world.
Mm-hmm.
As
it can't.
The world.
Yeah, it can't. I mean, if you really want to, I don't think there's any way around it. It can't. Luke Evans does a great job in this scene. But again,
yeah,
I mean, with Josh Gad, like I just don't feel like it's. Do you think he's good in this part, in this section of the movie?
I do, and I think because here's a character that you really can't adapt the animation character into a live action. You really have to, you know, flesh this character out, and they do in this film. And I like Josh Gad. I think he is not comedic, but just a naturally funny guy. He has an aura of humor, and just you want to laugh just seeing him. But I think when we see his motives later on in the picture, I think he's a good enough actor to cover that role. Yeah. I just watched Murder on the Orient Express, which he's in, and Kenneth Branagh also directed.
Oh yeah,
and starred in. So that's funny how that just came together, because you were talking about Cinderella, which he also directed. But Josh Gad was really great in Murder on the Orient Express. I always get it mixed up. Is it Mystery or Murder on the Orient Express?
So what do you think of this? So this part of the song here.
So,
I'll put it.
yeah, a couple seconds off. You know what I feel like I miss a little bit? And this is not a criticism.
What?
Because, this is...
It's Fenna! Hi, Fenna. Why are you awake? What time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning?
Does time even matter anymore?
No.
These days?
No. It doesn't. We're eating gummy bears.
Is there a reason why anyone has to go to bed? That is if you're one of the few who actually do have to go out and work.
Yeah.
And for those of you who do, we thank you.
Yeah.
I'm missing a little bit of that New England feel. The provincial village always had, to me, this, not French, but German / Italian, kind of like Pinocchio village. But, the tavern always had like this cozy New England feel.
Really?
In the animation, where here, there's liberties taken, but obviously very French, right? And of a very specific time period, which really was not addressed in the animation at all.
They say, why does...
And if they are in France, where's all the wine? That's my question.
Well, the other question is, you have to wonder... Fenna's a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. She cosplayed as Belle forever. Another thing you have to think about with the choices on this is that why are they not I don't think why are they not speaking with French accents at the very least? Some of them are, I guess. I don't have the volume up on all the way right now, but
Yeah.
Josh Gad isn't.
I mean,
right?
that's just a call that
But I don't understand.
didn't have to be made in the animation. We're here because they're fleshing out
Yeah.
the reality of the world. It can't be as ambiguous, but it is. A lot of it is. So.
But they mention. I mean, do they mention that they're in France? Bonjour. Yeah, I mean, it's in France. But I mean, I don't know. Emma Watson has an obvious British accent.
But am I wrong by saying just the word provincial, but the small village in the animation, it kind of looks like an ambiguous version of an Italian village or a German village, maybe French village too, but.
Fenna says because it will get very annoying.
What's that?
Fenna says because that will get very annoying after a while.
Okay. Then if it was ambiguous.
No. I think the French accents.
Oh.
I mean, if everyone talked like Lumiere, I guess it would be distracting. But I think it should be consistent. Is what I'm trying to say. I think it should be consistent. Listen, I'm just. Here's the beast here.
So French cuisine is something. Is in both of our blood. Maybe you don't realize it, but our father was professor at the Culinary Institute of America, and so I'm always looking at the details of how the tables are set up, and if things are in the right place. And they are.
Are they really?
I should have been. I should have been. I wish I could have been a consultant on this film.
Belle and the Beast magically go to Paris, which Belle reveals. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. In this movie, Belle and the Beast magically go to Paris, which Belle revealed she lived in.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. So this would be the outskirts of somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it could be Italy. If it was southern France, like Provence.
The Paris of my childhood. Right. You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. This is the Paris of my childhood. Yeah. So here she is with a truss going out the window, but then automatically says, you know what? I made this truss, but I'm not going to go down.
I think we're not convinced at this point that she's a big enough fan of fantasy where she might want to play this situation out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You're right, yeah. But
that's my light.
But the thing is like, even with the animated one, when does she make the turn? I'll put this to the chat. When does Belle in the animated version make the turn in the narrative, in the movie? When does she say, I think... Not when she says, I like this, because we know when that happens. I'm thinking, I think I may want to try this out. Figure what's going out here. Figure what's going on. I may like this thing, this beast, this feeling. Like, when is that?
Well, that's during the song.
But that's where I feel like she kind of like... Okay.
Falls in love?
Well, yeah, but I think where before that does the feelings start? I feel like it just happens kind of like she doesn't like him. Well, was she saved? When she's saved by the wolves, I guess, right? That's...
Well, from my understanding, that was definitely an issue with the original plot of the animation before they even made it. That they had to add that snowball fight scene to really justify that, that Belle could possibly have feelings for the Beast because he's such a jerk.
When she, Venice says when she gets to the library, maybe.
The generosity, okay.
Yeah. Well, because he's showing thoughtfulness there. Okay, that's definitely a good stepping stone.
Yeah, not just giving her material items.
Yeah.
Like Gaston, but actually thinking about, considering what she enjoys when giving her something.
K-Zap says she looks at him. Well, yeah, that would do it. Well, I don't think the Beast has an issue. I think it's like how does Belle come? I mean, the Beast captured her father and threw her through. So here we have Lumiere and Cogsworth.
Mrs. Potts and Chip.
I had an opportunity to get those replicas when they came out.
Yeah. Kind
of kicking myself I didn't do it. Angry I didn't get it. Eric, how are you, by the way? It's been a while. It's been very good. Yeah, it's been a while. It's we're just trying. I've been busy with my work, and then the virus situation hit, and that kind of threw my work into a big loop of issues and problems and things I had to solve. And then Disneyland shut down until further notice. So it's just been a crazy whirlwind. And, doing YouTube has always been a hobby. I don't it's something I do. I like to hang out with all of you. I like to hang out with like-minded people who like the same stuff, talk about Disney, go to the parks together. But it's kind of hard to do that when your professional life is also kind of like in turmoil with everything that's going on, and you're just like during the fall I was just busy. But I hope you're doing well. I think I've been seeing a lot of you on Instagram, and she's very big. Fenna's very big on Ray. She's a Ray cosplayer.
Speaking of which, Daisy Riley, is that her name? Daisy was also in
right there.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Wait a second. Could have... Oh, was she really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll watch it.
I was surprised too, because I always thought it was Keira Knightley.
Oh,
it looks so
similar. I'll watch it. I'll watch it then.
You really should. See, that convinced you. See, yeah, it was a good film. It's very hard to follow the plot, but that's the case with all mysteries.
Here's a question for you, Shane,
yes,
and everybody. Could what's her name again? Ray?
Daisy?
Daisy
Riley?
Could Daisy play Belle? Could Daisy play Belle? Like, what do you guys think? Could Daisy play Belle? Could you see that? It's very similar to Emma, I think. I think it's kind of similar type, right?
Certainly, I think so.
Raise the way. Okay, so now we're getting the prologue to Be Our Guest,
which was quite an experience. I think I'm like you in that computer graphics, whatever can be done practically in camera, I always enjoy more. But I think a good example, and don't hate me, anyone, for saying this, where I felt like Be Our Guest was to Aladdin's Don't You Wish You Had a Friend Like Me, or A Friend Like Me. I feel like this lived up to what they had to do, where I think Aladdin, they fell short with Will Smith for that one particular sequence. I was actually just tired for Will Smith after Don't You Wish You Had a Friend Like Me. I think that's the name of the song. I was just tired for him.
Okay, so this is what people are saying about Daisy. Renee says, that's a good question. Beautiful Toy Review says, yes, she could. Fenna says, definitely, because she can sing really good. I had no idea she could sing. Kelly says, I could see it. She has the gentle nature, but strong when necessary. Bobcat says, yes. Olivia says, yes. Michelle says, I can still... okay, yeah. She would be a cute Belle, K-Zap says. They both have British accents. I only know Daisy from Mario.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen much of her acting, Renee says, so I would have to see more of it before making a decision. That's totally understandable. I haven't seen anything either. I just know her as Ray. And maybe I don't know if I want to see Orient Express now, because then I'll have a different opinion.
No, I didn't. I think it'll be refreshing. It's because she's so limited. What she can do in Star Wars, especially the last one. I just like...
Yes, Kelly. The biggest issue here, and I'm telling you, as a filmmaker, I think I know what went wrong, or like what happened. I think what probably happened, in my opinion, and Shane can kind of bring his input in here, is that a lot of these Belle shots are inserts. They are done. Obviously, this is not happening in front of her. They probably have dancers or maybe some things on sticks that are just like dancing around to give her expression. It's very hard to get the whole effect of what is going to be in front of her. So I understand that from that point of view. But that being said, I also feel like they may have went back and felt like, let's play this a couple different ways. And I just don't understand why Emma, or I should say Belle, is just not like, holy cow, this is awesome. In fact, she's kind of smirking like, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next, Shane? It's weird.
Like when someone sings you happy birthday and you're trying to pretend like you're enjoying it, but really it's like torture. That's the expression that she's giving. Yeah, I mean, it should be this first horror turns into this is shockingly amusing, turns into, oh my god, this is the most incredible thing, and I never want to leave this castle ever. It's kind of like the feeling when you're watching a Disneyland parade, right?
Mm-hmm.
At first, you're kind of like, okay, all right. But by the end of the parade, I mean, you're dancing in the streets with Mickey Mouse.
Or Belle. Vanna says, there was absolutely nothing in front of Emma. I saw the behind the scenes and it was very awkward. That's...
Yeah, I mean, like, put a fan on it or something. Like, hair's blowing.
Hair should be...
this magic in this whimsy.
Yeah. And there's like nothing happening.
Somehow
there's nothing like...
transcend, physics. She's just sitting there, and she's actually holding the knife and spoon. And she's like, where's the food?
Almost if you understand the effect of, like, if they put her seat on like a pivot or kind of like a lazy Susan of some kind, something that gave her some movement of like excitement, like like she's holding on, like oh my god. You remember Belle from the animated movie? She was just like, oh my god, she was holding on tight. But Emma's kind of like,
well, Belle also had
what are you
that
gonna show
air
me
of
next?
skepticism. Like she didn't really want to, you know, in the animation, she didn't want to completely commit to this idea that she's okay with her situation. Where here, she looks grateful. She looks grateful to be there.
And then she gets the cupcake or whatever the pastry was.
Gray stuff.
The gray stuff.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I miss Disney already. Now, where are you right now? I'm sorry, I pushed pause again by accident. So, I'm right here.
Do you have a time code?
That's a good point. I'm at 5504.
I'm 5516.
Okay. Don't touch yours.
The castle is amazing, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
the castle's great.
As a fan, like, you can't complain about...
I just want to go in there and play.
I mean, maybe it doesn't look as cozy and warm, you know, maybe the lack of carpeting. But, I mean, from aesthetic point of view, it feels real. It doesn't look like that.
No, I agree. That I agree. Which is, Shane, I so wish they just did a practical Beast. You know what I mean? I just wish they did a practical Beast. I wish they did Beast in costume, and I don't care what anybody says, they could have done it. It may not have looked exactly like the cartoon, and then animated a little bit on top of that. You know what I mean? Like gave him a little bit more. You see the Dark Crystal, the new Dark Crystal movie. Those were puppets, real puppets, but they went back in with CGI and they blinked the eyes a little bit more. They gave a little bit more smile. They gave a little bit more frown. So if the costume that the actor was wearing couldn't really express the emotion they wanted, the director wanted, they could have just tweaked it in CGI, but not the whole Beast. I mean, I just have such a hard time with it. It totally takes me out of where I want to be. And honestly, with all the complaints about Emma Watson, I think she's the thing that pulls me back in. And by the way, she's still wearing that coat, and I want that coat. And Shane, you got to get that coat for your display.
Well, the question is it that coat, or was it the one she had in the garden? That was always the reason why I never. There's several makers who produce them. That's the only reason why I haven't bought one yet.
Hey, Danny.
Plus, you know, the coat hides what's underneath too. You know.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like if you put the coat on it, then all the work of getting the corset and everything underneath gets hidden. Michelle
says I didn't like how they changed the horns on the Beast. Honestly, I didn't even notice that much, to be honest with you. Fenna says I think it would have made it so much.
Kane's inspiration was, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a cow and a boar, like a wild boar was his inspiration.
Thank you, Debbie.
Eventually.
Does that look rude?
No, it seems very comfortable with yourself.
I always am. I am.
Monica Carlson, $5 super chat.
Where?
I didn't see that yet. It's coming.
I'm watching what the audience is watching on the screen. Monica Carlson. Do you think she'll come in? She doesn't.
I'm surprised she hasn't already.
Thank you so much, Monica Carlson. $5 super chat. Literally, she's probably in the living room right now with Chewy. So thank you, Monica.
And by Chewy, you mean the dog, right? Just want to make sure everyone knows.
Yeah, not the football player Chewy. Here is this is where the moment is. This is where the moment where I guess Belle has.
Well, let's see.
Well, let's be honest. Remember my first.
Is there a moment where she's saying, "Look, I gotta get the heck out of here. Here's my opportunity," but then she stops and says, "Wait a minute, I gotta help the beast." There it is. There's the look. So now it goes from escaping to saving him.
Did he fall yet for you? Like, did he fall into the snow yet?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I am at 59:34. And there it is.
My time code's off from yours. It's not the same time code because, regardless, we're in the same spot. So keep watching, people.
She's jumping on the horse. I'll tell you. Well, she may not jump on the horse. She's not going to. Because she's going to save the beast.
So remember I told you when I first saw this movie, that was like my biggest thing. I wish there was more time here. Like of her contemplating. I just feel like in the animated movie, I feel like they couldn't do it. But I mean, I feel like there's like, I feel like it's just too easy. I just don't. We're in
great to hear him like bellow. Oh, oh, it hurts so bad. Oh, good.
Help.
And she gets him on the horse. She gets him on the horse.
But yeah, but he could have got up and just like plopped himself up there. Bye, Kelly. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, Kelly.
So we got Luke Evans.
All right, so.
And this is like a really cruel like part of the movie. Like
it gets dark.
It gets dark
quick. Because you don't expect it. I think what is you enjoy about the animation is that you really do feel bad for Gaston the entire time. You do. I mean, he's an idiot. He just doesn't know. But like deep down inside, he really does love Belle. I mean, and you don't get that real twist in Gaston's character until the very end of the film in the animation, where he's trying to kill the beast after like hanging off the castle. But here we understand like this guy's not going to be redeemed in any way after this scene.
No, I mean, how do you go about punching Belle's dad, and like think that anything good can come? I mean, even if like they changed this live action to where like somehow Belle changed Gaston in some capacity, he became more of a decent individual. You can't do it after this. So you're absolutely right. I think there's no redeeming Gaston.
Yeah, I mean, it's over now. I mean, everybody wants him to lose.
I'm amazed the horse can carry the beast. That's another truth. That's what Renee says.
Yeah, it's it's interesting. I think the movie just it balances on, well, it's okay because it's a fairy tale.
Oh, you just got.
Oh, see, you're ahead of me.
Oh, it's okay. Oh. See, he just got punched.
He slapped. He got slapped.
Who?
The father.
That was a punch, wasn't it?
Well, maybe my audio is really low at the moment.
Hi.
I thought it was a punch. Hey. Monica's
here.
Monica
Carlson.
Hi.
Yeah.
Look who it is.
Yeah.
Guest
I just
appearance.
wanted to say hi to everyone. How are you doing? Hello, Shane.
We're doing. I can't speak for everybody.
I hear you're hating Gaston.
Do you like Gaston?
I love the guy. He's my favorite character in the whole entire movie.
Have you ever had your picture taken with him at Disneyland?
No, but I have a picture hanging over my desk.
I thought you were gonna say bed. I was like, jeez.
No, that was, I wanted to, but Erik said that's too much.
Fenna's here.
Hi, Fenna. Hi, everyone. I know I'm interrupting the movie, and
you're not
it's
interrupting.
a big moment.
Can I ask you a question, my
yes.
swear? Can I have a coffee? Can I have hot coffee?
Oh,
We're watching a movie. We're
All
watching.
of the women in that room just went, oh.
No. I said, sweetheart, do you mind if you give me some coffee?
Yes, sweetheart.
Renee misses you.
I miss you guys. I really do. I had to walk Chewy, our dog, and I think I exhausted her because she didn't want to walk anymore. How's the movie going?
It's good. I mean, I feel like we're complaining more than we should be, but, you know.
I mean, I'm glad I'm not here because I would be just another complainer.
But Renee said when we saw Beauty and the Beast in the movie theater in AMC, IMAX, whatever it was,
Yeah.
she loved it.
Okay, that's
so,
such a lie.
And it went downhill quickly.
Such a lie, baby.
So here's the backstory of the Beasts.
So
like,
you want coffee?
Yeah, thank
Who
you.
else would like coffee?
I would love some coffee.
Anybody else want coffee? Monica's making it.
Yeah, I make the best coffee, right, Shane Carlson?
She knows what she's doing.
I miss you. I'm sorry, I miss you, Fana. I know, Shane. That goes without saying. It's so strange to be here. I know I invited myself to your little movie theater. I'll make you coffee, honey.
Okay.
It was great seeing you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
I'll be back.
Okay.
In 1 second.
Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. So we got a little bit of the backstory there with the Beast as a child. So his father was pretty abusive. Is that correct?
Okay.
And so
So
that's the reason why.
I missed it, so yeah.
So that made him abusive, I guess, and because of that he's being punished like this. There's a lot of like things I wish were filled in a little bit.
I just feel like to just leave it out.
I agree.
Leave it out.
The
we're
mystery.
already
It's
trying to
mystery.
add the
Mystery's
relationship
good.
with Belle's mother, and
Yeah. But they're trying to make him human, you know? They're trying to make because if I was the director of this, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I really don't know what this Beast is going to look like at the end of the day. My biggest fear of directing this movie with Emma Watson in it would be like, oh, please, this Beast has to be sympathetic. We gotta compare to the animated movie. This Beast, if this Beast is not charismatic, this movie's gonna fail. So I feel like when they're writing it, that was one of the things they said, okay, we have to kind of like give him a little bit of story just in case it's a little bit harder than we think it's going to be. So now she has a different top on. It's like the flower
wardrobe change.
Yeah, the floral pattern.
Yeah, so it's the print. It's really beautiful. It's like cherries. Maybe some blossoms on it.
I love her costumes in this movie, man. Everybody out there, I want a question for the chat. If you could own this, many of you may not want to own anything, but if you could own a collectible, meaning an exact something that the actress wore, if you could take one of Belle's costumes in this movie, except the gold ball gown, that's not included, just one of her blue dresses or a Hermione dress costume, which one would you pick? I want to see. Who do you think's gonna win, Shane?
Hermione is gonna win.
Really?
Well, I mean, the thing is, here's the problem with Hermione. There is no. I wish in the Harry Potter, the world of Harry Potter, all the films, that they had more signature outfits. I feel like it was
That's very
every film that came out, especially as they got older, it was just period correct clothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks like Hermione's wearing jeans and a nice sweater, but it's like, it's like you kind of wish that they had a wardrobe that wasn't just casual dressing. I think everybody thinks of Hermione in the first one with the school outfit.
That's what I'm thinking. Christian says Beast's ball outfit. Well, that's interesting. Hermione, Olivia says. Fenna says, bro, I already own the yellow dress. I want her village dress. Debbie in Belgium says the same. I'm not sure who she's agreeing. Emma's white dress with the roses. Oh, that's pretty at the end. Her ending dress is very pretty. The yellow dress, same as Renee. You know what, Shane? You're kind of wrong. I think they're going for Emma, for Belle, but the different. They're going for like her white dress.
Well, I think my point, if there was a staple, like when we think of Belle, it's rather the gold dress or the peasant outfit.
Mm-hmm.
But when we think of Hermione, you kind of think of her as a kid wearing a cloak. I mean, that's really it. But if they had more, continuity of wardrobes throughout the film, I think the films of Harry Potter, that they would be more. I think, well, let's say cosplayers would enjoy more.
Would you recognize the like if a cosplayer was wearing Emma's white dress? Would you recognize it, or does it get enough screen time?
I would recognize it because I did, even though I haven't seen this film a lot of time, I did a lot of research on the wardrobe.
Okay, so
there we can get a look at her.
So we're in the Belle here. We're in the library here, where Emma. I'm gonna raise my volume a little bit.
She's having to do a lot of reactions. That's giving.
Here we go. So she's kind of like. She's very happy that she got the library. I think it's the most reaction we got out of her. She should have made that sound during Be Our Guest. Honestly. That's the sound she should have made during Be Our Guest.
Yeah.
So now he's eating the soup. Bad choice of colors, I think. Right? Looks like blood.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. Oh.
If they played this scene, now people are gonna hate me for saying this, but if they played this scene, even though there's a lot of information being told, if they could just show these moments from a distance.
Yeah.
And not interfere with their, these intimate conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would help.
She looks great though, doesn't she? She really looks great.
Like, isn't he like a big book fan now too? And kind of.
I don't think he. Well, we're at this part right now.
Okay, so that's told. Okay.
Is that close enough?
Where I can't see.
Oh, you can't see. It's a So we got that extra scene there before the song. Now he's feeding the horse. Oh, she's wearing her red dress. That's a good one. You guys forgot about the red dress in the chat. I know you forgot about the red dress. Fenna says, no, Shane. Me and the other people are too nosy for that. What was she talking about?
I was saying how, give them some space.
Let
them have an intimate conversation. Yeah, so whole wardrobe change.
Oh, she looks good though. I don't care, man. She's what's pulling me back into the movie, not the Beast. Snowball fight. Oh, the red dress. Olivia loves the red dress. Yeah, I honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, now she's wearing just the.
That was apparently a real. She really got hit in the face with snow in that shot.
Really?
I mean, I'm sure they enhanced it, but.
She looks great. Now she just wears the red bodice.
Yeah. So.
I forgot how many costumes. I forgot how many costumes he had. Honestly.
Yeah, it really is like, instead of, I don't want to get too dorky about it, but
no, they love it. They love it.
Definitely the same kind of top, same little ties on her shoulder. So it's
now,
as if she's like, I gotta go home, pick up some of my extra, and then we have the wardrobe change again. I know, guys. I'm sorry. Now she's got the headband.
That looks beautiful.
That's another
cute.
Accessory.
That's cute, though.
And that top is different too. Although we don't get a chance to, what do we do here? I promise not to mention the wardrobes that much more.
I swear, it's like what happens is there's a few moments in this movie, like when I feel like it's going like in a certain direction, I'm like, I get pulled back in with some of these musical numbers, and I like, oh yes, this is the best movie ever. I'm a sucker. Beautiful Toy Review says I own all of her doll dresses. What do you mean by that?
Really cool.
What do you mean by that, Tasha? Is that like all of her dolls, or like? Wait, I don't understand what that means. I don't have any Emma Watson dolls. Oh no, I do. I have Belle. I have her Hot Toy. It's not
And
a
don't
doll.
you have the? Did you ever get the limited edition?
I did, but I didn't hold on to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't a
And
fan of
remind everybody why, because
That-
I do have the 12, the sixth scale version.
I didn't like I don't think there was a good likeness. Thank you so much, honey.
You're
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's
Careful.
very
Yeah,
hot.
Be careful.
I could probably grab something.
We
real quick.
don't have
Monica,
any.
join the conversation.
Yeah. Okay, Shane. I'm gonna be Shane's replacement. We don't have any Beauty and the Beast mugs, right?
No.
So I found a mug about love.
Aw.
Because you're watching a movie about
We are.
love.
We are. Any Studio Ghibli fans? Hey, do you want to take my place while I go to the restroom real quick?
Yes, so I'm watching the movie. What do you have there, Shane?
Make sure
Let me see.
make sure you comment on the movie though.
I'm
Okay, so we're commenting on the movie. So they're
Yes.
having another intimate.
I have no
conversation.
makeup. I just realized I have no makeup. How
Oh,
bad
it's
is
fine.
that?
So
Sorry,
we were
guys.
talking about.
Yes, Shane.
We were talking about the different wardrobes. Would you?
Hmm.
Sorry for the reflection, but would you rather own the screen-worn dress? You have no interest, I know, but if you had to choose, would you go with Belle
Yes.
or would you go with Hermione?
I would go with Hermione.
You would go with Hermione? Do you relate more to
Okay,
Hermione?
you know what? Okay, the dress is fine. The one you just showed me, the dress is okay. But you know what's wrong with it? It's yellow, and yellow is my least favorite color. And I just, I mean, I don't like
So
it.
it's a very practical reason. It has
Oh, you're
nothing
so
to do
sweet,
with
Fana.
the
Thank you.
character or.
Thank you, Olivia. No, I know. It's just, but if you don't like the color, it's hard for you to like something. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
But I think in the film it's yellow, or in the animation it's yellow, but you kind of get the idea in the animation that it could also be gold, like a golden dress.
Right, but that's also not my favorite color. You know, my favorite dress out of all the outfits she's wearing in this movie is the white dress, the one with the flowers. That is so beautiful. That one
Yeah.
is really really pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But her everyday outfit is also okay. I like the colors because I think yeah, all the blues, like different shades of blue, look very, very pretty, right? Oh, and that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
a very layered look. I like it. It's a very layered look.
I
but
still don't understand that piece of fabric around her neck. Is it when Belle gets sweaty?
No.
She likes to-
Fenna, what is that for? That actually is for something. Fenna knows what that piece of fabric that goes around her neck and goes into her blouse. Is that like?
I mean,
is-
I always
is that-
interpreted it as like her.
It's when
a
she gets
cloth to
sweaty.
clean,
When
but
she gets
she
sweaty,
wears
she
it
cleans her
as
face.
an accessory.
Or does it go over her head like her hair as kind of like what do you call that? When it goes over her hair like she takes. Oh, this song is great. Here we go.
Oh, Tasha likes her wedding dress too.
Knowing the Paris of my childhood is gone.
Isn't she beautiful?
This is the saddest moment of this movie, by the way.
Talk about getting dark quickly. You talk about the plague. The plague happens like right here. You see the plague doctor's masks, which is you see in horror movies.
This is really sad.
It goes
right?
over her. Olivia says it goes over her hair. I was right.
Does it like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, it's like I don't know what you call it, but
Oh, Shane has it.
I do. I'm a little bit larger than Emma.
Hi, Peggy! Peggy's here. I believe that is a historical accurate, and I heard that it's indeed to clean one's hands, or if she's sweaty, indeed.
See?
Okay.
So yeah,
Shane,
that's-
you look like Belle.
But look at this. Look at this for a second. Look how horrible. Like, this is like frightening.
No, this is too sad.
Linda Blair,
This is, no, really, no. This is too, and this is a baby.
The baby Belga's taken, and then you see the plague doctor, right? Or he's coming. Which, like, again,
yeah, I just don't see.
the need?
Do you remember his teeth? The fangs? I forgot about them. Look at him. I completely forgot about that. Okay, I know you've been watching this movie
His
for a while.
fangs?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of this movie? Is it Luke Evans?
My favorite part of this movie?
Uh-huh.
Uh,
That scene is so sad. It is really sad.
it is sad. Okay, so you know what? My favorite thing about this movie is its look. I love the costumes. I love some of the songs. My favorite song is Gaston's song. But I mean, Beast, man. I mean,
The Beast. You have a problem with the Beast?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this scene.
Monica loves Evans, man.
Okay, don't exaggerate.
You.
What would you do, Monica, if
What?
at the end of the film,
Yeah.
Gaston
Hi, Sarah B. Videos.
stabs
Sarah.
the Beast and knocks him off the castle,
What?
and
What's
Belle marries Gaston?
that? Would be beautiful.
You would like that?
Best ending ever. Okay, I'm joking. No, I know that people have, you know.
Well, guess what? If you went to Disneyland and saw how many teenage gals are lined up to see Gaston, you'd be
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
people
I think
like
that-
Gaston, man. They love it. They love his cockiness and his. I mean, they don't like how he's.
you know, okay,
I wasn't even joking with the question. I think that, you know,
He's
I think
not
the
a
question
good
for
guy.
Belle is like, you
okay,
know,
he's not a
these
good
men
guy,
both have a lot of
but you know what?
baggage. And
His-
other than a few wrong steps that Gaston takes, he's really not all that bad. He's not that bad of a guy.
Renee says Evans is a handsome man.
See?
He's a very handsome man.
It's okay
What
to
else
like
was he
him,
in?
Shane.
Can you please tell me?
It's okay to like
Anyone-
him.
Say it again.
What else?
What else was he in? It drives me nuts.
Oh, he was in
when-
with what's her your loved one, Emily Blunt, the girl on the train.
The girl.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
that's been a while. That's definitely not what I'm thinking of. I just saw him in something,
Okay.
and it's driving me.
It's you know what I like
You
about.
know what it is? It's
Oh
probably
my god!
watching
Every time
him
I
on,
start saying something, Shane Carlson is
what's
interrupting.
the oh god, what's the show in the UK, the late night show with the multiple guests.
Oh, I don't know.
The Norton.
No,
What's his name? Someone help me out.
I don't know.
I'm so informative.
So the Beast is taking a shower.
Does that look like Nani, our grandmother's bathroom to you? Does it remind you at all? A lot of golds.
I see what you're saying. Someone mentioned his horns. Good night, K-Zap. Someone mentioned the horns. I know what you're talking
Good night,
about.
Laura.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bye, Laura.
Who?
That's K-Zap.
Oh,
K-Zap.
K-Zap.
Oh.
Mrs. Potts. We didn't talk about much about Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Hmm.
What do you think about that animation? Honestly, I think the
Minimal's better.
Yeah.
So I'd prefer that than if it was like Cogsworth. I think it's too much to look at, and like you don't feel the emotions on the face.
he played in The Hobbit. Renee says.
Oh, really?
I didn't know
Okay,
that.
Hobbit.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I mean,
I still
you
don't
definitely.
remember
These
this
are all
look.
confirming what else he was in. I'm just trying to think. I
Yeah.
feel like I just saw his face in something.
Okay, so we're seeing Belle for the first time here in her gold dress.
Earring is amazing.
so-
But don't we have to wait? Should we not wait to that moment.
I
She's
agree.
Going down the stairs.
I agree, but you see, the first time you see her is a very planned out shot where you start at the necklace and you go
I'm
up.
watching this
Okay.
movie and I feel like I'm watching it for the first time. I don't remember anything of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Shane, this is only Shane's second time seeing it. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's very, very strange because I feel like I know the film so well because of.
So the gold leaf is actually, I forgot about this moment. So
That's cool.
Yeah, the gold leaf kind of like magic.
That is pretty.
Yeah.
That's a unique idea.
I think you actually mentioned that before when we first saw
Right,
it.
yeah. I think I
Because
remember that.
you weren't in the room, Eric, but we were saying like in the animation it was yellow, but it could always be interpreted that it was gold. As well.
And he's gonna walk on
Oh.
the steps now, and it's gonna look so.
Yeah.
It's tough.
She's doing a lot of reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Not her fault. It's just.
Who would you put?
writing and it's
Who
the directing.
would you put would you put the blame on the directing?
Look at his legs.
It's hard.
Well,
It's
yeah,
hard.
because
It's
I feel like if the actress is not getting there in singles, they have to recreate the moment there on the studio in a wide, and I feel like we see Emma going through the motions and then we always cut to her expression. So it's really hard for an actress to
Shane, do you
Be
like
in a
Emma
moment.
Watson or no?
and give the accurate expression. Go ahead, Monica.
Do you like Emma Watson?
I really do. I have to say. I mean, this was very strange for me, but I think Erik is in the same category. I saw the Harry Potter, the first two films when they first came out, but it was like 2 Christmases ago.
Mm-hmm.
I bought them on iTunes, and like I watched one every day. I just put one on,
Okay.
I closed the door, it was snowing outside, and it's like I had became like a Harry Potter fan. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
obviously a huge fan like a lot of people are, but
Fenna says.
I definitely got bit by the bug. I
Okay,
think, when I watched the
okay.
films.
Fenna says I had to repaint my gold leaf because it fell off. It was a pain, and then you know what? I can
So-
understand. This ball.
This dance.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not.
Be okay. Think about what you're gonna say before you say it.
It's not impactful.
I
It's
agree. I
I
agree.
expected something huge, something. I mean, the room is gorgeous. But they just disappear in this room. It feels like me dancing, and I can't dance. So, right? No.
I mean,
Imagine if she was
What-
dancing with Gaston.
You're right. I think it's
Gaston. Yeah.
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 the music. I don't know. I'm trying to think of why it's so effective in the animation, because it's the music that propels the emotions,
Right.
and why it's not happening.
They seem like they're out of place.
I mean, she is dancing with.
Yeah, with yeah.
A guy with balls on him, right? Is that what she's dancing with right now? What I mean by that is like the thing that the balls on the suits.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
the green suits.
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
take it seriously. Like you're. I mean.
The shade had to think about that for a second.
I'm like, well, but yeah, but even like the crane shots, it's funny. It's like you go from one of the most romantic parts in the animation when they're dancing, you leave Belle and the Beast, and you go skyrocketing up to the ceiling,
Can I read what's
and
I'm
the
sorry.
most emotional moment, they decided to take the attention away from the two of them.
I
Go
want to read what Fenna said. Oh, ha ha ha, Monica, I cried so much the whole way through the entire dance. It was so magical.
Ah, there you go. See,
So you
That's
feel
good.
you feel guilty now?
I felt the magic a little.
that's Monica's new YouTube channel. Magic a little.
when Disney comes back on the map and they reopen the parks.
That's funny.
No, you can't take the guy
All right,
serious.
you're going.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
She has stuff on the stove. Say goodbye to Monica.
I don't.
Bye,
There's
Monica.
stuff on the stove.
Is there?
Yeah.
Just Shane, I wanted to say one more thing to you.
Go
You
for
know
it.
why I like Gaston?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Do I
he-
like Gaston?
No, I'm asking if you would like to know why I like him.
Why do you like him?
Because he has a lot of personality. That's what I wanted to say before.
Yeah.
Is your coffee
I think
good?
That's very good.
Okay.
Too bad it's too hot in this room, but it's fine. We're good.
Yeah.
We're watching a movie. This is very cozy. This is a very cozy night with friends and family.
I'll be
Should have done the
watching.
pajamas.
What? I'm not
I should
wearing
have
my
done the
pajamas.
pajamas,
I'm
Monica.
not.
We will next time.
We will.
I gotta get
yeah.
pajamas that are presentable. The dance was okay. I'm with Monica on that. Olivia says.
Thank you. I'm not alone. I'm sorry, Fenna. I feel horrible. There was some magic in it.
I love you.
See you later.
See you soon.
Bye, guys. I'll be
Say goodbye.
watching, but I'm doing.
Thanks for the super chat.
I am liking the dress.
Share with Shane.
Okay, well I'll share. I'll share the $5 super chat with Shane. Yeah,
I do like the dress.
yeah. The dress is actually I do like it. I do like it.
It doesn't seem as paper thin as I remember it. So I was showing Monica, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Whoa! Whoa!
I know, be careful of Justin Bieber.
Wow! Wow!
But no, it's from a distance. I'm sorry about the reflection, but it's rather nice. But I have the
What happened to the sign of her?
Hermione.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, how? Why would you ever?
I would go with the Hermione.
You would go Hermione
All
even
the way.
at this age?
All the way. What does it care about the age? I mean,
Well, I don't know. I just imagine in my studio if I had a mannequin of 8-year-old Emma Watson. I don't know.
okay, so here we
Oh,
have-
jeez. Here we go. This is how he shows me up here.
I'm gonna show
Be
you.
careful, please.
Flip the camera around. I'm not showing you all. I'm just.
This doll is so lifelike that it's almost scary. It's
And-
yeah, I mean,
And you want to know what someone got for me? I'll put this back then.
It really is beautiful. I mean, usually collectors' dolls like that, you know, they photograph well, but then you get them in and the paint job is very lazy. But I feel like that's not the case with that.
Someone sent me this. This is the world premiere. See it first, Dolby Cinema, Beauty and the Beast lanyard,
Wow.
and isn't that cool? Yeah, that's
2017.
2017.
Oh my God, it's so long ago already. Can't get over that. Is
All right.
it really that long ago?
Let's get back to the film here. I think we got Belle's Beast song.
Yeah. So,
This is great.
seriously, if you lifted this song,
This is such a good song, though.
I've listened. I will admit, I've listened to this in my car on many occasions, on loud, singing on the back streets and country roads, trying to do my best deep Michael Bublé.
Look at this. Look at this. This is the part where I cried. Right. You see the bell. When Belle ran away there.
This is what we needed earlier on. We don't need to see him in bed. You know, we don't need to see him
Tell me.
crack a shell. We need to see the facade he's hiding. And this is coming in at what time? Film. This is coming in at 1 hour and 32 minutes. And I think it's the first time really connecting with the Beast. But like I was going to say, tell me that this doesn't feel like it could be lifted and implanted into Phantom of the Opera. Or
Oh,
vice versa.
absolutely. I mean, it almost sounds like the Phantom.
Exactly. I think it's...
I mean, I don't want to say. I feel like that's being cruel to Alan Menken, but it's. I mean, maybe he'd be flattered, Andrew Lloyd Webber, but I mean, it's. But oh my God, this made me cry. I didn't cry much in this movie. I got a lot of joy out of this movie, but watching her run like this faraway shot here, where it's coming soon. Right here. Oh my God, tell me how emotional this is. You see the yellow dress in the distance. How many of us feel that feeling of seeing somebody go away like that.
Right now. That's me in my house. And Belle is the rest of the world. as we take that drone shot of White Castle.
Debbie says, "I love that song. The song Evermore made me cry." Yeah, that did me in. Well, you guys are in luck because I'm wearing that yellow dress again soon when I'm allowed. When you're allowed.
Well, to get out of the house, I think.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that right there made up for so much.
It did. I mean, again, the CGI was like, but I mean, the song was so good. They're laughing at you. Same, Shane. Same. I think you in the castle.
Yeah, I think we all feel like that at times. And here she comes. Yeah.
She's back already.
I remember the dress being so dainty. Like it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember it being. Having so much. Does she rip? Maybe.
Yeah. She rips it off before she goes on the horse. Yeah.
All right.
Which I think is kind of. I don't know. We'll see before I say it. Look at his jacket. His jacket is awesome. I saw all these costumes in person at.
Sorry, that was a
okay.
notification on my phone.
Do you have her necklace?
Oh no, I do have the necklace. Well, wait a minute. Which one is she wearing now?
The gold leaf.
I do not. Oh man, I lost the movie completely.
Come on. Oh, I was looking for Julie. She was here?
Yeah. Do you need a time code?
Not yet. I'm good. Just keep me filled in with what's happening.
So Gaston is just losing it. Like at this point, he's lost it. Like there's no. I'm gonna play some audio.
I didn't know better. I'd say she even cared for him.
Ooh,
He's not a monster, Gaston.
so angry.
You are. The beast.
So is Gaston really trying to lie here, or is he really that concerned about the beast? Because if he actually does have a reason to be concerned,
About who?
the beast.
About the beat. No, I think he's come off like he's a hunter, right? So like he wants to like the biggest creature he can hang on the wall. But I don't think he's concerned. I think he's just jealous. He's jelly.
Well, yeah, in the animation, he's more of kind of concocting a story that's not true
Right.
to turn the people against him.
So ask the chat room what they think.
What do you guys think? I mean, is Gaston, is he fabricating? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just not watching it carefully. Is he fabricating the truth about the beast, or is he actually really concerned about the situation that Belle is in? Because there's no question that Gaston truly does love Belle, no matter how arrogant Gaston is. So maybe everything he's doing is justifiable, except slapping Belle's father.
And do you think, honestly, do you think Belle ever would ever want to put Gaston in harm's way? Because I feel like at the end when he falls at the castle, like that probably could have been prevented in a way, don't you think?
In
the
original or the live action?
Well, this one. We'll watch this one, but I feel like I don't know. Let's watch it again.
Watch.
No, we're gonna watch the ending. I'm gonna watch the end. Wait, I didn't mean to self-promote. No, it's okay. Don't worry, Fenna. Please, don't worry at all. At all. Please, Fenna is gold. In fact, Fenna, I'm gonna add you as a moderator, just for giggles.
There we go.
That doesn't mean you have to be here all the time, Fenna. Don't worry. I think when people think they're moderators, oh my god, I gotta show up on every live stream. Don't worry about it. I just want to do it because I don't remember doing this YouTube stuff without Fenna like actually being subscribed. That's how long she's been here. So here we got the invaders are already at the castle.
Still having a problem loading the movie. It's
gonna take me a couple minutes, but
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're not watching it?
no, but I hear the audio a little bit.
Okay.
From you.
So we got. So the invaders are coming. The townspeople.
Again, another parallel with Frankenstein.
Yeah. And
Well, I said Dracula before. I take that back.
Monica says, "I am sure he is concerned," meaning Gaston.
I'm not saying he's not concerned. I mean,
Belle wouldn't want him hurt. Olivia says, "I agree."
because,
I'm sorry, Shane, but this scene right here, I have to bring up with her and her father in the carriage. This another moment where it's like, if there was any problem previously, this is where it makes up for so much. Let's just listen to a little bit of it.
I understand.
The music.
Will you help me now?
It's dangerous.
Yes. Yes, it is.
There's emotion there. There's acting, you know?
I'm trying to pick the lock.
I wanted this.
It's only gears and
It's I think I wanted to see that from her so much throughout the movie.
was there another service that Beauty and the Beast was on? Did we ever get to the
Voodoo.
bottom of that?
Voodoo.
Voodoo? Yeah.
Did your iTunes conk out?
Yeah. It's not a problem.
Oh, thank you. I want to, if I'm awake. The last time you guys were doing lives, I was going from my mom's to my dad's, so it was difficult to join. Never a problem, Fenna. You're always welcome. If she could only have done that before. Yeah, that's true, right? If she could only have done that before with picking the lock. I never thought about that, Peggy. Or Olivia. The battle was hysterical. Yeah, the battle's happening at this exact moment. It's quiet.
yeah, like I've been here before.
Oh, hello there. You must be the talking teacup. And you must be his grandmother.
Grandmother, attack!
So there was a lot to live up to on this, and I think they did a good job. I really do. I mean, how do you make this as fun? Look at this. So like the piano falls on. It's so horrible, man. Like, Josh Gad just got trampled on by the piano, and he goes, "Sorry, friend," and he just walks away. Like, why? Like, why? I mean, Gaston's getting more and more like evil, but there's
I feel
no.
like Gaston could have been more stuck in the middle of being a nice guy, but also having the worst best friend.
And there's Belle. Oh yeah, so she just threw the top of, not the top, but the top layer of her dress off.
Top layer.
Well, yeah, I think it has like a. And here's Gaston coming up with the torch. I do love the scenery on this. Oh, Fenna says, since I'm a moderator now, follow Erik on Instagram as well. You really don't have to do that, Fenna. I want you to enjoy the live stream, but thank you so much.
Take it. I just my Instagram account, man. It's hard to get people engaged during quarantine.
So here we have. What's the character's name again? The armoire. Then you have this guy dressed up, and he loves his girly costume. That got the biggest laugh in the movie theater. I think I laughed my butt off as well. My behind, as I say, Shane. My behind.
Behind
My behind.
your little apricot.
Oh, God. I mean,
An apricot kind of looks like a butt.
taking it to the next level. Thank you, Fenna. Oh, and you know what they also solve in this one is Chip's dad and Mrs. Potts' husband, right? Don't they fix that situation? Yeah, I agree, Peggy. I agree. They actually did a very good job in this fight sequence, this battle. They really did. I mean, come on, guys. This is some hard stuff. And I know as an audience, you're not supposed to be looking at like, oh, that must have been hard to make. You should be enjoying it. But it's very hard for me to kind of look at this and look at it without thinking of making it. But it's very well done. And the CGI in this, that's what I don't understand, Shane. It's like the CGI on some things are so good and so acceptable and so like, wow, they deserve a real like pat on the back for that. That looks authentic. But then the beast,
Yeah.
the most important
Yeah,
part.
I think it comes down to time, you know, how much time they had for each department in the...
So the baker is Mrs.
Good
Potts'
effects.
husband, the baker.
So what happens to Belle's dad? He isn't hooked, you know, he isn't like hitched up with anybody? Because that's what happens in the animation,
He does.
right?
Yeah. Who does he fall in love with?
Well, he doesn't fall in love, but
Well, like,
implied
yeah.
that, like, you know,
I
he's a
forget.
surrogate father for the ship.
That's true. And I like that idea.
Yeah. And it's followed up with in the Christmas film.
Oh.
Enchanted Beauty and the Beast.
I didn't like it, man.
What's that?
I didn't like that Christmas one.
You don't like it? I like it.
It was strange.
It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, sorry. So Gaston just shot the beast. The beast falls. He's able to hold on to the roof. He's climbing back up. He takes out another. Oh, there's Emma. She breaks his arrows. I love that. He takes out a gun. He's taking out a dang gun in front of Belle. Like, what was he planning on doing with that? Was he really going to do something harsh to her? His gun?
So what does he really want at this moment?
I don't know. So now he's back at the Beast again. He's pissed at Belle, but now he's going back to the Beast.
Give me a time coder.
Yeah. 147. I'll be at 147 in a couple seconds. I don't think a gunshot would do anything. Hi, Eric. Hi, Nicole. When I say he doesn't hook up with anybody, I only like the dress from that Christmas short. Oh, I can't remember that. It wasn't a short though, right? It was a feature.
No, it
was a feature.
At least 70 minutes.
So the Beast jumps now on. Okay, here. So where is Emma? Are you watching it now?
No, it's not wanting to cooperate with me. But
Wi-Fi
I will
issues.
get it.
Oh, okay. So now he's beating the poop out of the Beast. I love the Angel song from the Christmas one. Oh, I gotta listen to it again. I don't remember that. Okay, so I'm trying to find like geographically where is everybody here? So the Beast grabs Gaston by the neck. Emma's watching from a distance.
Don't let me go. Please. I'll do anything. Don't hurt me, Beast.
It's powerful. The song, it's the music, man.
I am not a beast.
Ooh, little Elephant Man reference.
He throws Gaston. Gaston runs away. I think the Beast thinks Gaston is just gonna like be gone, and now the Beast runs to Belle. You think it's all over, but of course it's not. So he shoots the beast. So he must have went down and got the gun and came. I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
Now the castle is collapsing. So. But you know what's so crazy, though, Shane? If you watch, I know you're having trouble watching this, but Gaston is shooting the beast when literally Belle is in his arms. So like Gaston was willing to take that risk, and now he died. He just collapsed.
So it's like he's gone now. So
He's gone.
What was his ailment? What was Gaston suffering from? Was he in love with Belle?
Well, remember,
was he obsessed with hurting an animal?
well, he had that backstory of him being kind of like post-traumatic from the war, right? Because he loved war so much. I don't think he was post-traumatic. He just loved war so much.
How many backstories?
He missed the war. He missed it so much. So you can call it whatever you want, but I want to watch this.
Go for it.
We did it, Plumette! Victory is ours! Plumette? Plumette!
This is like the saddest thing. Because like they don't do this in the movie where you see
Did Plumette die?
they're all dying. They're all freezing and being permanent fixtures. You know, that was the spell. They would be so like they're all this is literally, if a kid was watching this, like I can't imagine. It's great. I'm not the beast dies. It's made me cry, Debbie says. And the dog, I forget the dog's name. The footstool.
Little footstool?
It falls over, like and the four legs go up. Wow. This probably made me cry the most.
Where is my little boy?
And like, where's my little boy? It's like,
Yeah.
and here's Chip.
It's so
And then
much more traumatic just to listen to it.
Then Chip.
We're not laughing at the movie.
No, it's just like it's very like sad, and you wonder if they took this out, like this was originally written in the animated one, and they said, you know what, this is a little bit too much. Like I said, Gaston was in love with the idea of Belle, beautiful wife who needs to do things for him and secures his legacy, because he's beauty. Plus.
Yeah, but let me think about that. I mean,
Oh man, here comes Emma.
but I mean, he's still in love with Belle, no matter if his ideals of
And like he knows Belle's not
are
gonna
off.
like
Yeah,
Belle's
I mean,
not gonna
I
come
still
with him
think
now.
he
I mean,
truly did love her, even though
and then we
think.
get Agatha, who, you know what, we didn't talk about her at all, really. Like,
Well-
what's her
Purpose, her role.
well, like, what is her role exactly? Is she's supposed to be the fairy, right?
This is why I needed to see it a second time.
So is Agatha supposed to be the fairy from the beginning, right? The sorceress, I should say.
That's what I recall happening.
So she was like a peasant in the village that Gaston pointed to, and then
Right, and wasn't she in the forest as well?
She's helped Maurice because he was punched out.
So I think that does answer what we were talking about before. That somehow
Yes.
this magical woman, however it's defined, is kind of the puppet master of the situation. She's trying to write this story, or
fix the Beast by introducing him to Belle.
So here we have it here. Do you think the prince made a good impact when he came back? Because like the big problem was everyone loved the animation. They loved the Beast instead of the prince.
Did they? I think it got a fair amount of criticism.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It looked like John Smith, right, from Pocahontas.
Oh, right.
Speaking of Pocahontas, look what I picked up.
You gotta show me.
That's Miko.
Move it over just a little bit to your webcam. There we go. Oh, very nice.
Just came out for Earth Day. Box lunch. Pick it up on their website. Still available. So here we're at the end now. The castle is back to its beautiful self. Got Stanley Tucci.
This is so upsetting.
It's always weird seeing the characters, right? In human form. So sometimes, for some reason, you just don't want to. Like, I mean, you want them to be safe, obviously, but... And then you have... It's funny how I remember some names, then some... Oh, there's Plumette, who we never really got to know well. She was heavily advertised in the movie. The servants gradually stiffening and losing their humanity is part of the Broadway show. Wow, Peggy. We should have known that. Did you know that?
No.
That was part of the Broadway show. We saw the Broadway show back a long time ago. I mean,
when it was,
when it first came out.
It really first came out.
Yeah.
Which was a brand new thing for Disney.
Wow.
I don't think twice about it. But...
Was it their first one?
Yeah, because
was the first
they had a huge success with Beauty and the Beast, so they wanted to follow it up with Lion King. And then Lion King was like stood on its own as something completely different.
So everyone's loving here. Agatha is just looking at everything, very proud of what she accomplished. But see, this is what's so interesting, because now we're seeing the villagers from earlier in the movie, from the Belle song, coming to this castle. So, I guess whatever was, I don't know. Did they not know where the castle was? That's confusing. I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because I don't think there really is. I don't think there's an answer to it.
Finally got a movie back. What's our time code?
We're at the last shot. They're dancing right now. It's at 1:57:07. So here's our white.
My headphones pulled out. That's why it wouldn't play.
Oh.
That's just great.
So we got Chip.
Really pretty.
I love that dress, yeah. So there's Marie's painting. I feel bad for Maurice. Who?
Seriously, so like why did Maurice get nubbed?
Like they're showing all the romantic interests.
It's not like that was another character, or was it?
Maurice is just...
sure it was another character that came back to life, but...
So he... Oh, there it is.
I'm just imagining Maurice going back to that house. Alone.
And Maurice just gives like the approval, you know? So everybody has a mate except Maurice. I don't know, he's happy. They explained at the beginning that a spell was cast over the families of the servants of the kingdom, so anyone who lived in the castle were forgotten. Oh, wow, that's so broad, though. That's such a broad... I mean, that kind of clears up a lot of questions from the animated one, but that's like... That's really takes a lot of imagination to think that both sides were forgotten. The family members and the people captured. Or no, the people captured maybe did remember, but they couldn't get out of the castle. Okay, I mean, it's tough, guys. It's a fairy tale, you know. All right, we're into the credits now.
So, Tim Rice. I'm trying to think of. What do you think of? Yeah.
Bill Condon, who the director, his.
Do you know anything about him?
Oh yeah. His partner contacted me when I did the costume video. He reached out to me and said, "Thank you so much for that video. We loved it. Bill and I loved it." So that was very fun to get that from
that's.
It was a very. And then
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good YouTube time.
Good YouTube time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm upset that I missed the last chunk of the film, but
What do you think of these kind of credits, Shane? Like when they do this?
I don't know how I feel about credits anymore, because it's, me and you, we always, in a theater situation, we always sit through the credits at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of respect of the film, but it's also that grace period when you're allowing yourself to come out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be interrupted when I'm watching a movie because I'm suddenly remember that I'm not in it. I'm sitting in a theater.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like this helps keep people in the audience, but at the same time, it's eating up screen time as well. Because all of this goes into screen time.
Yeah.
They're supposed to talk during these moments.
It's a very these were the posters that they released. Remember the posters?
Yeah. I like the poster a lot.
Yeah. I kind of like it. I mean, it's like, why not? I mean,
it's busy, but it's one of those that I don't mind it being loaded with everybody on it.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to credits, I mean, to me, it's like, why not? I mean, I'm not a big fan of like adding additional scenes and footage at the end of credits. I kind of feel like you, as an audience member, you went through this experience and you need time to kind of decompress. And the music at the end of the movie should decompress, whether it's a comedy, a drama, a fairy tale. I don't think you want more. I don't want more thinking. I want to kind of like think about what I just saw and let the music take me there until the end. Now I know that's kind of that's me. I mean I know a lot of people once it goes black they leave the theater, and that's fine too. Hopefully we can go to the theater again soon.
What's the number one thing, the worst thing someone can say to you as soon as a movie cuts to the end credits?
Did you like it?
God, I can't tell you. I don't know if that's a brother thing, a Carlson thing, but I'm telling you, I cannot.
Monica asks me that in 10 minutes into the movie. She'll whisper in 10 minutes into the movie, "Do you like it? Do you like it?"
One, it's like I don't understand why people care.
Well, I think they want reassurance, because if they liked it, they want I liked it. Did you like it? I think that's why they do it.
I just, the reason why I just don't enjoy it, if anyone doesn't understand, is that I need time to process the film and think about it.
Especially
I'm not doing that while I'm watching the film.
Especially one that its purpose is to make you think. Or something that's been long awaited. Like, we've been waiting for this movie for so long, and then it finally hit you, and it's over 2 hours in length, and you're just like, okay, I gotta think about this. Did I like this? Is the music as good as the original, and all that stuff? Hello, TJ. Kelly's laughing. Kelly's back, I think. Well, we are at the credits now. Is there anything else you want to say, Shane? About Emma Watson and Beauty and the Beast? Anybody else?
I hope that
does anybody in the chat have questions?
Can at least live up to the standard of this film. If they can be at least this good, not to undermine this film. I think the production quality is amazing, a lot of big time talent, but I don't think they touched the story too much.
where
They kept
it
music.
interfered with my love with the original.
But let me ask you something, Shane. But why? But why? I really want to know the answer to this because I'm not. My top favorite princesses, queens, I guess you can say that now. Ariel or Rapunzel, Ariel, Elsa, and Anna, something like that. Okay, so Belle's not there. She's close. She's not there. But why didn't this live action movie like hit me in a place where I felt like it was going places I didn't want to see Disney go? Where before it was even released or before I saw it, I had that feeling with Aladdin and Lion King. Like I don't understand like why those two movies before I even saw it, I had my worries with it. But this I didn't, which I should on this because I like this more than I like Beauty and the Beast, the original, more than Aladdin and Lion King. And the thing is, they're talking about, well, not talking about, they're making Little Mermaid now, and I don't even want to think about it, you know. So why do you think this movie worked in that capacity? Because I really don't know. I wish I had an answer for myself, but it doesn't bother me as a huge Disney fan, as a remake, as a live action remake. It doesn't bother me as much as I think it should, because everything else seems to bother me.
I think there's just a general interest of. I mean, I'm not saying this is right why you feel this way, but I think there's a general interest. If someone said, "Would you rather see a live action Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, or Lion King?" I would be like, well, I definitely don't want to see Lion King.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like I don't like we know what the real life live action would look like.
Right.
You know, it's the aesthetic of what the animators did with the film that's astonishing. Seeing the real thing, and then Aladdin. I don't know. I guess I would be interested in seeing Aladdin in the live action. If
Aladdin,
if it hadn't been made and was being made now, I would still be interested. I think.
All right, we're gonna do a live action Aladdin commentary on Disney Plus, but just give us a hint of what you thought of it, like a hint. Don't say too much.
I think where they expanded in Aladdin and the directions I thought was more successful where they expanded in Beauty and the Beast in this situation.
Oh.
I like the additional story elements from Aladdin. So that will, that's a piece of how I feel.
Princess Serena says, I like the live action of Aladdin. It was unique in its own right. Aladdin, I wanted to like, but definitely didn't like it, Diana says. Yeah. TJ says, I enjoyed it. Fana says, next time you should review Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure either.
Okay, guys, so let me tell you, before we go, I want to know what you think we should do a commentary next. What should we watch next all together? As the credits of Beauty and the Beast are now continuing to roll. I think they're like on 5 minutes.
Choose something that's on Disney Plus and that everyone will enjoy.
On Disney Plus, so we can all watch together. I'm up for anything. I mean, I love watching these movies. I don't get to watch these movies with people, so this is so much fun. And Shane and I honestly don't get to see a lot of movies together, especially Disney movies. So I would love to pick something on Disney Plus now, which 50 million people now have Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, let's pick something on Disney Plus and we can watch it. It could be a movie we've seen, we haven't seen. You probably don't want to see something for the first time with us because we're going to be talking over it and stuff like that. So you could watch the new Lady in the Tramp.
Cinderella was a suggestion. That's
Cinderella?
A good one. Cinderella.
I like Cinderella. I just watched it.
To Oz. Some good suggestions here.
Moana. That's interesting.
Oh, I love Moana. I really did.
The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't seen it, Finna. I haven't seen it. I'd be afraid to watch that I'd watch it and then watch it with you guys, because I mean, we would just mess it all up. Beautiful Toy Review says Nutcracker 2. Wow. Treasure Planet? I don't know, this was a long movie, but I mean, it was okay. I mean, I was okay. This live stream was okay length, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a nice, pleasant change of pace.
So I
watch a film.
So Cinderella, maybe.
I knew someone was going to say Black Cauldron.
I love Black Cauldron. Forgotten classic Disney films. We could do that. We could do. Shane and I will talk about it. We'll try to find something that we still remember. Beautiful Toy Review says Moana, but we haven't seen it in a while, I guess. Return to Oz is a trip. It was on Disney Plus. I think it still is. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that, to be honest with you. And I think
Wait, which one?
The Return to Oz.
Oh, did we not see it together?
I don't think so.
I feel like we did. No, with Sam Raimi.
Little Sam Raimi.
Return to Oz.
No.
Or the Great. What's the one that they remade?
Oh, The Great and Powerful Oz. Oz. It was just called Oz.
It was just Oz.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Return to Oz is with was that Michael Jackson?
No, that was The Wiz.
Oh, The Wiz. Okay. Oh man, we are so bad. we're gonna start the movie and it's gonna be something completely like freaky deaky.
Mary Poppins would be a great.
Oh wow!
Diana, thank you for that.
Shane,
because that's definitely a movie to watch and talk to.
But is there enough interest, do you think, in that? Oh, Bobcats and Mary Poppins. Robin Hood. We're getting a lot of great ones. Thank you so much for all the ideas. We're definitely going to think it over, and we'll skip Mary Poppins, do Atlantis. Mary Poppins Returns, Peggy says.
I love that. I just the boldness. Get Mary Poppins, one of the most adored and treasured films in cinema history.
Skip it.
Watch Atlantis, which was. I'm not making fun of that comment, but Atlantis was truly the lost city.
Do you want to watch Mary Poppins or Mary Poppins Returns? I'm down for Mary Poppins, Kelly says. I think it's going to be Mary Poppins. Is that on Disney Plus? I could check.
It is. Both of them are. That would be an interesting challenge to do a double feature.
Would you be up for that? Would you, in one stream?
I'd have to prepare myself.
We have DoorDash here in Los Angeles, so we can get food delivered to our door, and
that's nice. Not in the middle of rural New York, upstate.
Why not both? I mean, if we did both,
there you go.
How long are they each?
Mary Poppins is long.
Is it?
Yeah, it's long for a Disney film of that style, of that era. But yeah, I mean, I'd be down.
The only thing I would have to do is find a way to cool this room down, because it gets hot with these lights. So I'd have to find a way to. Hook. Huh. Is that Disney? Is that Disney?
Now,
that is
Disney
Disney.
Have any attachment to that film?
Is that a Disney movie? I don't even know.
I don't think I don't think it's Disney. I could be completely wrong. I'm trying to think if that would be, because it would be. It wasn't Universal.
That was Amblin.
Yeah, but Amblin is under.
It's not.
Amblin's with Universal, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Same director as Mary Poppins.
If you want Mary Poppins, I would love to see Mary Poppins Returns. Mary Poppins Returns was stunning, gorgeous movie. These are all different people. No, that's Fox. It was Fox, Renee says.
Okay, which would be Disney now, so that makes sense. Okay.
Well, we have a lot to choose from. I want to thank you all for showing up. I got to tell you, this was fun. This was real fun, and I don't know why we haven't done this before. I think we now, because we're locked up in my son in my childhood. You know, we're locked up in this castle. I do feel like Rapunzel, Shane. I do feel like Rapunzel.
Really?
I feel like Rapunzel. But
did you see I never put the two and two together with Rapunzel's castle, or not castle,
Tower.
The village where the castle was.
Corona.
I know, but you'd think I would have figured that
that's
out.
That's her village was Corona. The tower was in someplace else.
Well, yeah.
And she was yeah. Someone brought that to my attention. I do feel like Rapunzel right now. I mean, I
think we unintentionally found parallels with this movie choice today. About being a beast locked in his castle with a magic mirror, his only window outside.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a universal story.
But that was so much fun. I think. What do you? Shane, what do you want to like plan to do a couple a week while we're doing this? We're in this stage of our life.
Whatever, man. It's not gonna It's not gonna take too much to convince me to take a break and sit down and watch a movie. So.
Christian says, I think it boils down to Mary Poppins or Mary Poppins Returns, as per the comments. So maybe if we can build up the stamina, and I can cool down this room, we can do a double feature. But it will definitely be relaxed. I mean, it'll be chill. I mean, we'll just like lay back. I mean, those are like long movies, so it'll be a long live stream, and we don't expect everyone to join us throughout the whole thing. But if you want to, get that popcorn going, and I'll definitely try to let you guys know 24 hours in advance rather than a couple hours, because I know a lot of you, even being inside, you guys are doing things. So I know there's a lot of things right now you could be watching, and I do appreciate you watching us right now. And Finna says, or Cinderella. That was my option.
Maybe we should just up the ante completely. I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm not very serious. Just do like.
Don't say
don't say it.
No. Yes. We could, but.
That set a time. 24-hour challenge.
Oh God.
I've seriously considered doing it.
We would smell so bad.
Oh man, it'd be horrible. Plus, what would you do to eat? Just gonna like eat off camera?
No, you'd have to eat in front of people. It's natural. I worry about
Thank you for inviting me. This is.
You're welcome.
Fun.
We were gonna do
or cleaning the bathroom. So. This was definitely.
There you go.
The fun option.
And start early, Olivia says. So we'll start earlier next time, definitely. Especially if we're doing 2 films, we'll definitely start early. Because right now, Shane, it's late for Shane, and it's still prime time for me. So we'll start earlier, and we'll give you about a day advance notice. We'll do we'll make sure it's out there on the YouTubes. And thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Shane. It was so much fun.
Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you for the super chats. And for hanging in and just hanging out, as I should say, hanging out.
Yeah, thank you for the super chats for sure, and I appreciate everybody doing the super chats. That's very, very kind of you during this time. It's not expected, and I know we're all going through a hard time, so it's great to have you here. And we'll talk soon, Kelly, Fenna, Princess Serena, Peggy, all of you. We'll see you next time in a couple days, probably with a new double feature live stream. Bye, guys.